How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Okay, so first of all, to explain the hoodie, it's cold out in these streets. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so I know I've talked about Rygar a number of times on this blog already, and there's good reason for that. It's because this is an awesome video game. So I may talk about it a few more times before it's all said and done. But I actually have a reason for talking about Rygar today, not just because it's awesome. Okay, so anyone who's ever played this game knows one thing about this game, and that it's a little too long to not have any kind of save state or save data, way to save your game on it. No password, battery backup, nothing. Why Tecmo did that, I will never know. But Tecmo decided that in addition to Rygar, Solomon's Key, which is like 50 levels long, Mighty Bomb Jack, which is about 50 or so levels, and those levels really aren't short. The Ninja Gaiden games, which are some of the hardest video games ever made. None of those games, Star Force, I think Fire and Ice might have one, but that was later on after they learned the error of their ways. But none of those early Tecmo action adventure games or shooters or arcade titles, none of that stuff, none of them had password save features. None of them had battery backup. None of that. And it didn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me. It's maddening how many of Tecmo's games that needed to have a password feature didn't have one. Tecmo Bowl has one. Tecmo Super Bowl has battery backup, as does Tecmo NBA Basketball. I believe Bad News Baseball has either a battery backup or a password feature. Same with Tecmo Baseball. Why these non-sports games don't have save features, I will never understand. It was almost criminal, because with a save feature, any kind of save feature, this is right up there with The Legend of Zelda, in fact, Xanadu, Metroid, Castlevania. It's up there with all of the great action adventure titles that came out on the NES. Without it, it's just a really hard game that you have to beat in one sitting every time you play it, or you'll never be able to beat it. Which is why so many people who had this game or rented this game paused their NES in the mornings before school, and then came back in the evenings to finish it. It was just maddening. Let's really be honest here. This game is way too big for that. It has all of these different branching paths. You have to double back in a whole bunch of areas. There's item collection and exploration and these respawning enemies and boss fights and just all kinds of really, really hard stuff. All kinds of stuff. All of the things that make video games on the NES hard are in Rygar. Not as much as they're in Ninja Gaiden, but they're in Rygar. And there's no save feature. Tecmo, I implore you. I know that I could play this on MAME and have save states. I want a legit HD remake or something of Rygar with a legit save feature on it. Make that happen. Y'all ain't doing nothing else. I mean, all y'all really make is Dead or Alive and, Dynasty Warriors, because you're half the publisher that did the Dynasty Warriors game. So you guys aren't really doing a whole lot right now. So how about that HD remake of NES Rygar? Come on, guys. You can do it. Am I the only one that wants that? Oh, okay. Well, I'll shut up now. This has been 8-Bit Animal. I'll catch you beautiful people next time.